A U.S. citizen was held for pickup by ICE even after proving he was born in the country. A U.S. citizen was arrested in Florida for allegedly being in the country illegally and held for pickup by immigration authorities even after his mother showed a judge her son's birth certificate and the judge dismissed charges. Juan Carlos Lopez-Gomez, 20, was in a car that was stopped just past the Georgia state line by Florida Highway State Patrol on Wednesday, said Thomas Kennedy, spokesperson for the Florida Immigration Coalition. Gomez and others in the car were arrested under a new Florida law, which is on hold, making it a crime for people who are in the country legal to enter the state. It is unclear if Lopez-Gomez showed documents proving he's a citizen to the arresting officer. He was held at Leon County Jail and released after his case received widespread media coverage. The charge of illegal entry into Florida was dropped Thursday after his mother showed the judge his state identification card, birth certificate, and social security card, said Kennedy, who attended the hearing. Court records showed Judge LaShawn Reagans found no bias for the charges. Lopez-Gomez briefly remained in custody after U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement requested him remain there for 48 hours. A common practice when the agency wants to take custody of someone. ICE did not respond to the request or comment.
So this guy had, you said, all his paperwork.
His mom had to come and show his paperwork. They didn't believe him off tops. You know what I'm saying? They could have ran his information or whatever and found out he was like, a citizen like they do everybody else. But his mom had to come there with all the information. And even when the judge dismissed the charges, I said, nah, hold him. And made him stay there.
So this could happen to any of us.
Anybody. It
doesn't matter who it is. They say this is what you are. We live in a Gestapo. This is what this is now. We live in a Gestapo ran, country right about now. They can do whatever they want to do, and it's fine. And no one's resisting this. None of us are talking about this. This is why this is such a great story for us to talk about, because nobody's speaking out about this. Nobody's telling you that, hey, they picked up a 19-year-old kid and they knew that he wasn't the guy. They said, that's not the guy. They said, so what? Take him anyways. They took a 3-year-old kid, man. There's all kinds of stuff.
There's all these stories popping up. And think about it. You think it's only happening to brown people, right? No, they're American citizens. They could be like, hey, you're German. You're illegally in this country. You're from France. You're illegally in this country, and hold you and do what God knows what. Did you hear about the girls that came? They were just immigrants. They weren't even immigrants, bro. They were just vacationing in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. And they got arrested, strip searched, thrown in jail, and kicked out because they didn't have reservations. They're not even allowed to come to America just to wing it. Like, we'll get a hotel when we get there.
I heard about that.
Yeah, they had no reservation. I mean,
there's a guy who was with his wife. I mean, went up to Canada with his wife. They were detained at the border. Basically and harassed the same exact way. I mean, it's just a lot of this is happening right now. And it's not about. I know a lot of us don't care because we do think that, this needs to be taken care of. This needs to happen. I haven't seen a problem before this.
Yeah.
This has become the problem. Now you have to worry about whether or not this person wants to say that, if you give me lip, you're this.
And you're at the discretion of the officer or whoever's messing with you. So he can.
Lip.
Yeah.
What the hell what is that even? You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that this person, like you said, at the discretion or at the, however I feel today, that's what it is. If I want to say, nah, this paperwork don't look right, let's go ahead and ship him off and let's let him figure it out over there in the facilities. He can do that to you, and there's no problem. Who's going to stop him? Who's going to say they already sent people out of the country? They've told us they sent people out of the country that they knew were citizens of this country. They told us
that we're legally here, and we're just acting like it's cool because they don't look like you. But give it a second, because watch, you're gonna start speaking out, and they're gonna start taking you.
They're already kicking judges to the curb.
I tell people this all the time. Hate don't stop. If they killed every brown person in America or got rid of all of us out of America, what do you think is going to happen next? Do you think everyone's going to sit here and be, all honky-dory and happy and stuff? No. Then they're going to be like, well, let's get the people that aided and abetted them. Let's get the people that think like them. Let's get the people that don't agree with this. Let's get the people that hate's not going to stop. It's going to keep growing because hate needs something to hate. You're not going to find, hate never finds peace. You have to find peace to get rid of the hate out your system. Because if you're just living off hate, all you do is look for something new to hate.
I agree with that 110%, man, because this is what this really boils down to. We all know that these things are not. What I always tell people is watch the people who put the laughing emojis on your post. That tells you where their mind frame is. It tells you a lot about how their mental capacity, what they could actually process. It's like, ha, 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 ha.
And some people like it. Some people they love the misery of you. And not for me, I don't like to be associated with people like that.
And it's like, and that's what they're looking for. They're hoping for some type of a misery reaction from you, that you don't like what's happening, that you want to show this, because they're miserable people.
And they
just
want to
watch what they're doing, man. That's a very, very important point. Watch who puts the laughing emojis. That tells you their mental capacity. We live in a country full of people who don't really have a large range of mental understanding. They just don't. It's a fact. When we talk about education, we're not talking about, you don't have to have gone to college to be educated or to have an understanding of what's going on. You don't have to have that. You just have to have the ability to see things outside of your purview. You know what I mean? That's what you have to have. And I look at it like, okay, call me woke 110 times in a row, because I believe that means educated. To people who say you're woke, thank you, because I'm educated is what you're saying to me. I understand things, because you obviously cannot see them. That's what the problem is. Your eyes are closed to things, and you believe you know something that you have no idea about. And this is what's happening in our country right now. And it'll be people like me and my co-host here that this things will happen to first. Yeah, but hey, who's going to care? Only people who look like us are going to care. So we have to stand up now before it gets to that point. When you hear people like Joe Rogan, which I'm at a point where I'm like, you know what, Joe Rogan, you've already shown us who you are. Candace Owens, there ain't no coming back for you. But they're speaking out because at this point in time, they see the writing is on the wall for what this administration truly is. They've said it. Not only them, we've been preaching this for a while now. The writing's on the wall. So we need to start action now, or we're going to be in servitude later.
Yeah. There we go.